Okay, so this is the today's topic. Like we are going to learn about AI related tools and how we can use this for the AI use cases for the DevOps. Correct. So in DevOps, we are also having multiple challenges, multiple issues, as we need to be solve multiple problem statements, and for that we can utilize the AI platform. So this is how means AI will help. So this is the Chat GPT, correct? So similar like Chat GPT, there are multiple other tools and integrations are also available. So there is OpenAI API integration is also available. So that we can utilize for our DevOps related use cases. Okay. So I hope means Chat GPT is you are already aware about. Have you explored Chat GPT previously?
Yes,
Okay. Dhananjay, then Priyanka, Atish. Have you explored ChatGPT previously?
yes, Mahesh. I was explored.
Okay. So this is means very important tool or the very important thing. Those who are not aware about this, I will showcase today some of the example like how you can utilize it for solving your day-to-day problem statements. Correct. So for logging this, you just need to be have email integrations for that, and you can do the sign up, and you can ask the questions, correct, whatever you want. So like, what is the DevOps? So theoretical part as well as you can ask like so what are the Linux commands? So you can just ask those questions and it will help you to get all these details. So these we already learned, correct, in first few sessions, like what are these command, ls doing what, cd doing what, correct. So you can ask these to the this particular thing, and you can also try to solve what are the assignments which I have given to you by using the AI platform. So in that case, this will be guide you like for like a senior members which you are guiding you. Right? In case you are not aware about anything, you are asking question to the senior members uh, or the expert person who is there for all these integration. Correct. So you are asking those queries and questions to all these senior members, correct, to solve these challenges. So AI is solving those particular use cases, and it will help you to get those answers. And it's having like very much the accuracy is there. So you can ask like, give me any commands for the Linux with some examples, correct. So you just need to be have machine with you. So you can it will give you the shell scripting like bash command or some commands for that, correct? So like this, it has given you like multiple things, correct? So you can ask for practices assignment also you can ask him like give me 50 problem statements for Linux command. Correct. So you can also create the question paper what you want for that, correct? Like list all files, change the parent directory, create a new directory with this project, correct? And you can also ask like answer key as like give me answer for all above questions. Okay. So this is very interesting stuff. Means if you can see, like I don't need to be add anything in this. I can ask to create question list as well. I can ask question to generate answer key as well. Correct? It's guiding you. Logs, cat, all commands which we learned so far. df minus h, free minus g. So this is how means you can use the chat GPT for solving your use cases. Not only for the commands, you can ask the code as well. Let's say you need to be create Docker file for Spring Boot application, correct? You are already having those. Then you can ask questions like, give me Docker file for Spring Boot application. So for Spring Boot application, what is the outputable binary? Anyone confirm?
Sorry?
or any Spring application or any Spring Boot application, what is the output of the binary?
Output or required packages is Java packages, I think.
A Java package, but it will create the .jar or .war file, correct? That we
Yes,
have seen
yes.
in the session.
Mm-hmm.
So you can give them. So let's say I am having my application.jar with me. On path also you can share. Like let's say that path is like on tmp app.jar. So you want to create Docker file that, correct? And you can ask like I want to start my application once I deploy Docker image. Correct. Whatever the problem statements you have, you can ask them and you can provide the inputs. So now the question is we have to create Docker file, correct? And Docker file is having some syntax. Okay. What are the syntax for the Docker file? Can anyone give this answer? What is the syntax of Docker file? So for this particular example, like Spring Boot application, I want Docker file. I will you learn this, correct? Docker concept
Yes,
you
yes.
already learned.
First is image. Uh,
Mhm.
then the another one is it's given the path.
Correct. It will give means like which operating system you are using. It will copy the path. It will start the Docker container, correct? Or the application related process.
Application. Yes, yes.
It it will
Also
also have the
the
port
start
assignment that
services.
you correct, correct. So all commands which will be there, similar like the bash script, correct? So it will have the Docker file. So now I execute this problem statement, it will give the Docker file to me, and it will also give the Docker run command. Let's see how it works. So you can able to see like it has given all the prerequisite and all these things with me, correct? So it has given like this is the Docker file. You just need to add the from command, then you can go on the app directory. It will copy that app jar related thing from the your local machine to inside the Docker container. So this is the command, correct? And here you can use it has added the documentation as well, correct? So you can commit this file on the git as well. Okay, you can just copy this, build it. Okay, got it? How to create the Docker image, and AI is helping you, means you don't need to be write the code itself, you can just copy it. Okay, so you should just have idea like how the
Ye-
Docker works, setup is there, and AI is solving all use cases. So far I have given like 80-90 assignments to you, correct? Like in 8-9 session I have given like daily 10 plus assignments to you. So you just need to ask questions to the AI and it will just solve you within a minute, correct? You just need to be run that practically. So this is means very important tool, and in day-to-day activities for the DevOps engineer also it's helping you very uh, properly. So in DevOps also, whatever you are observing any particular challenges, use the GenAI related platform or the ChatGPT related platform where you can ask the questions and it will provide you output. So it's not necessary like it will be 100% sure or 100% correct. So in some cases, so right now let's say it has given the OpenJDK 17 SDK Slim image. So I want Ubuntu operating system as a base Docker image, correct? I don't want to use this. So I also require some specific Java 11 related Docker file. So in that case, I can add like uh, I require Ubuntu OS and Java 11 as a Java version for my application. So you can customize it, correct? Whatever the requirement is there, you can easily customize it. So now you can see it has changed that particular thing, correct? It has used the Ubuntu 20. Then it has installed the JDK 11 inside the Docker container. Okay. And started. that particular application on 18th. Okay. So now you can just create that image. You can run that image. Okay. By using Docker. So this is how means you can customize it, whatever the commands it has. Means in first go, it will not give the correct answer, but you can ask the cross question to that, and then it will provide the answers again. Okay, got it?
Yes, Mesh.
Not only for the Docker, so you can also ask for the Git commands. Give me Git command for practice. So you can design or implement the entire project for that. So like Git related setup, Git status, Git add. So these we already learned, correct? Git commit, Git log, Git diff. All these things are there. Okay. It's giving like multiple like 26 plus assignments it has given to you. Okay. Okay. So this is one of the example. Again, in case you want to add the Jenkins related thing, in case you want to create the job, correct? So let's say you have to create pipeline based job. So you can ask like, I am having setup, I am having setup for Git with me for my Spring application, Spring Boot application, and I want to create pipeline job for Git. Give me, give me setup steps. You can also ask them like I want to have Jenkins setup with Docker volume. So now you can see like you are having knowledge about the Git, you are having your Linux machine with you. You need to be set up Jenkins, and under that Jenkins you need to be create the pipeline job. Correct? What are the steps for that? So as a DevOps engineer, this type of challenges or this type of tickets getting assigned to you. Correct? Yes or no? So for any organization
Yes.
which you are working so far, you will get those type of questions. And in case you are not very clear or familiar with those particular tools, so you require help in that. Correct? So if you are having the expertise with that, in that case you don't require any help. But if you don't have the expertise and you are observing any challenges, in that case, go for using AI, and by this you can solve your use case. So now you can see like it's starting giving those particular answers. So here you can create the Docker volume which we have created in our assignments. Now you can run that. For Docker run command also we have learned like we can pass the port and we can mount that particular volume mounting thing. Once it started, we can check the initial password for that. We can do the install required plugins. Correct? Once that install required plugins have done, we can configure the pipeline job. Correct? So here we can go in the pipeline related script. So this particular syntax we already learned. Correct? For pipeline, we require Jenkins file. Okay. And under that, we can add like what image we want for building it, what things we require for cloning, what things we require for build. You can customize this particular code base. Okay. Got it? Yes or
Yes.
no?
Got it. Got it.
Yeah. So all questions, all the assignments. So now with this, you can able to solve any assignments which I have given. Correct? You can solve any particular thing. So what is the drawback of the AI? So what you think, like what is the drawback of AI? So AI is giving all these things, not only for the Jenkins, it will give the code as well. So in case you want to design some MySQL table, or you want to give, you want to have the any particular linked list related code, it will also give that. So any computer language related thing, any installation related thing, any Linux cloud related thing. In case you want to learn the AWS, it also give the all answers for you. correct, for the AWS. Let's say you want to install the AWS S3 setup, how to do that, correct? Or you have to access some files from the S3. So that is very easy. So you can ask how I want to. Anyone aware about S3? I hope means you learn that in your sessions. What is
Yeah,
S3?
AWS S3 bucket.
Yeah, what is S3 bucket?
Yeah, it is the storage on AWS sites, which where we created the share folders or share paths for the application.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So let's say you have to set up it and you have to access it, correct? So I want to set up AWS S3 and I want to push or pull some files from my local machine, correct? And that file name is that file you already have, correct? File name is like file dot txt. That file can be a very big size or small big size. File is with you. You need to be just have push or pull related thing. This is your assignment. Now let's see if you have to do this particular setup. You can. It has also give certain steps with the login URL as well, correct? So you can just redirect on this particular portal, and then it will showcasing like you can navigate under S3, create bucket. You can create bucket. You can install AWS CLI. For that, you need to be install this. You can check AWS version, and then you can perform require settings for access key or secret key with this particular tools, and then you can perform AWS configure. And by using this, you can upload that particular file on S3, as well as you can download that particular file on the local machine. Okay, so this is like the AWS S3 CP command. For uploading, you need to be perform the path for that particular file and your S3 related file path as. Okay, got it? Not only for S3, you can create the EC2 instance as well, correct? So I hope means S3 part you understand. Yes or no? And this you learn
Yes,
already your cloud sessions. Atish, Mangesh, Priyanka.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So this is how means AI will help you to solve your challenges in just minutes, correct? You don't require very expertise with those areas. You just need to be have idea about these are the AI tools. This is how I need to be ask the questions to the AI. And if I ask the questions in correct manner, I am providing the correct inputs to that. It will solve your problem, correct? So it will very interactive nature it has, correct? Okay, so you can solve all these things. So in case you want to create EC2 instance, correct? EC2 instance, how to create that. And under that EC2 instance, you want to install the Jenkins as well with the Docker image, correct? EC2 instance is nothing but what? Anyone explain what is EC2 instance?
It's a virtual machine. Basically, we can create.
It's kind of your laptop, correct? Just
Yeah,
on the third
server.
server or shared server, correct? So, in
Yes.
case you are working with the multiple owners, you will have these particular kind of setups with the shared server. Why shared server is required? Because everyone need to be work on that. Correct? You cannot do everything on your local machine, or local machine cannot be shared with multiple owners. So local machine is something your laptop, correct? So laptop is only for you. But in case you want to deploy something on the production, there can be hundred of servers, thousands of servers are there, and that can be shared server, so that CI/CD system will have access for that. In manual also, in case someone require access, they can have the access for that. Correct. So EC2 instance is something just like a server who will have the operating system, who will have the CPU, who will have the network, who will have the RAM. So resources are also there. And under that, you can do the similar operations. You can install your applications like Jenkins, you can install the Docker, you can perform the network related things, you can perform the shell script related things, you can perform the Git related things there. Correct. So any application you can run on a EC2 instance. So EC2 instance is an cloud capability which is providing by the AWS server. Okay. So now you have to create that and create EC2 is how to create it, and I want to run Docker image of uh, not Jenkins. I am saying like Tomcat Docker image I want to run on that. Okay. How to do that? Okay. So this is my question. So it will give the navigate. You need to navigate like EC2 dashboard. You need to configure these AMI related things. Once that is done, you can add the request storage and tagging related part. You can configure the port and all these required things. Once that is done, you can launch that instance, correct? So that instance is visible under the UI. So I hope means you are aware about this already. You have this like EC2 instance creation. Anyone else did this? EC2 instance, anyone has tried out?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So you
I
are
have.
already working on AWS or you have started is as part of this DevOps batch assignment?
Like I already working.
Okay.
I
Yeah. So
also
others,
work on the AWS environment, so I already created these types of things.
okay, cool. Uh, then yeah, great. Atish, Mangesh, Priyanka, have you worked on AWS so far? Have you created EC2 instance?
Yeah, yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
After
Okay. Yeah.
joining this course only, I learned AWS.
Okay, okay, yeah, cool. So EC2 instance creation is not very big deal, correct? So someone is, let's say, and how like let's create the EC2 instance, or you need to be work on AWS. So cloud is very not very difficult thing, correct? Because they are having certain steps for that. They are having the good documentation for that, and as it's paid, there are having a lot of engineers who are available for the required support and all, correct? There is AWS team is also available for the steps or the solving challenges. So setup related challenges, solving setup related challenges under the public cloud thing is not very difficult thing, because required documentation as well as support team is available for that, correct? But if you are achieving that with same with the on-prem servers or the open source tool, in that case you will be observe the difficulty. So that is one of the deep fees there, or the that I would say like one of the setup related things or some challenges related thing you will be able to see. Once you have set up this EC2 instance, you can install the Tomcat related applications as well on that, correct? So once you can launch that particular instance, you can able to view that instance. You can configure the Linux or other required things for that. And once that is done, it's sharing that .pm related file, correct? And this pm file is nothing but used for the doing SSH, means you can access those servers by using SSH. Okay, for that you require this file. So those who are having this particular file, they can able to access on that server. So this is something access control part. Okay, once you have done the SSH part, other things are similar what you are doing on local, correct? So once you got the access, correct, for the server, you can install the all required things on that. Means you can do the yum installation, you can install the Dockers there, you can run the Docker container there, and you can also deploy the Tomcat container on that particular machine. Okay, so in case you want to access this, you can add this particular URL as well. Okay, and then you can able to see Tomcat page is loading fine. Got it? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So this is how means you can deploy the Jenkins image also there, and that you can use on a AWS server. So when you are learning that, learning AWS is not very difficult, but you should learn the AWS. Why you need to be learn that? Because most of the organizations are on the on-prem as well as on cloud platform. Most of the organization are on the cloud platform only, and in that they are using three types of cloud. Which are the primary public cloud platforms?
AWS, Azure, GCP.
Correct. AWS, Azure, and GCP. AWS is very popular, correct? So GCP, Azure is also very popular. Okay, and each one are means doing marketing of their particular product, correct? So if the Microsoft is handling some particular things, they are doing marketing of the Azure only, correct? So if the some product is from the Google, they are always recommending related thing, or they are giving some discount to use the GCP related services, correct? So this is how means all these public cloud platform they have made, and under every cloud platform there is the similar thing, correct? Functional wise the same thing is there. We need to be have a certain installation, we need to be have certain resources, we need to be have certain operating system, we need to be launch the applications, and we need to be access those applications by using some public domain, private domain related. Okay, so if you learn one cloud platform correctly, you will be get idea about the others as well. So AWS is very easy for learning. Put some efforts on learning AWS, and in batch also, I think Azure and AWS are mostly covered in the our batch as well. So let's take that opportunity to expand those particular knowledge, and that will always helpful to you. Just one thing you need to be take care, because it's having the billing charges. So in case you are opening the student account or giving the credit card details, you need to make sure that how the billing is working for the this particular public cloud platform. Okay. Otherwise, you will face challenges if you make the certain server available for 3 days, 4 days, or the month, or you forget about closing that. You will be get the more billing in that. Correct. So understand the billing part as well for the cloud. So as the billing is very, I would say the more charges are there for the public cloud. Some companies are using on-prem thing where they are setting up all their bare metal server network related things, installations are there. Correct. They are not taking the public cloud related capabilities because pricing are very high. Okay. So some companies are referring their in-house data centers as well. Okay. Clear? So those type of use cases means always you should not go with the public cloud. So if your use cases for your infra is solved with the on-prem related setup with customizations or the your own data center, then you can choose that option as well. Okay, and CI/CD or the DevOps is achievable on the both setups, on-prem as well as public cloud. All these tools like Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes, Git, everything, Sonar Cube, all these things you can install on the both setup or integrate with the both setups. Correct. So under DevOps means you should be have the best understanding on the cloud, on-prem, on the installation, DevOps related part where the DevOps use cases are there, how to solve these. And with the today's thing, what we learn like this is important part means we learn like how to use the Gen AI or the AI capabilities for solving DevOps related use cases. Okay. So are you clear with this, with the today's part which we covered? Any questions, queries, guys? So
No,
with this,
Mesh.
everyone should be able to solve all assignments, correct? So those 80, 90 assignments which I have given, I don't think like it should take more than 2 hours to solve every assignment. But if you solve that and completely resolve those particular open problems, that will definitely give you more confidence or the practical hands-on. So let's start maintaining that and share it on our WhatsApp group as well, correct? So that I will be also get idea like what is trying, what you guys are trying to solve those particular use cases. Okay. Then another use case is related to automation. So in case you want to send some alerting, and that service is like Jenkins service, correct? And you need to be have the Slack integration or the email integration for that. So you need to be design some monitoring script for that. Okay. So this type of challenges also you can solve by using the AI platform. So why to design this particular script is to get some notification in case some system is down. So let's say your application is running on the particular URL, and if it's not responding it, how you can confirm that like that's not responding? Anyone want to try this or explain this scenario? Let's say application is running and that's not
Oh,
running as expected. So I want some notification on the common group or on email. I need to have the automation script for that, which I can set up in the cron tab. And in case those particular scenario happens, I will get the notification. So you need to be implement custom monitoring script for your use case. How you can achieve that?
so application is down that time, not server, correct?
Yeah, application is down, not server.
So,
Anything? So you can make some call to that service, correct? For example, this
so like as
ChatGPT.
means we take an example like as a MongoDB is not working. So we first run the systemctl.
Yeah. So you can learn those things, and based on that, it will it will give the response, correct? For example, means let's say your service is running on this, and you can execute the curl call for that, correct?
Yes, yes,
So what curl will be give you like some response code, like it will give like 200 or 500 or something, correct? So in case
correct. So
200 is
it's
something like
give
success response. In case non 200 is there, that means like some issue is there with the your application. Okay. You
sometime
can,
104 that server
yeah,
down.
yeah, 400 or 503 service not found. Correct. Any response code will be there. So you can add the shell script for that. So let's say you need to be design that particular monitoring script. You can ask a question. I want to have the monitoring script for above Tomcat application with curl utility with curl call. If I am getting non 200 response, send alert on Slack channel. So there is Slack channel is also there, correct? So we can have the Slack or email alerting on for that. So it's providing certain steps. So you need to be configure that webhook and all. Once that is done, you can create the script for this, and in that script you can add this code. Let's say URL is this which you have set up in above example for the Tomcat. You need to have the Slack webhook related call. You can make curl call to that and get the response code. So if the 200 response is not there, you can send the curl call to send the Slack notification like Tomcat application is down and we are receiving this particular status. Okay. So this is how means you have solved this problem statement. So you can have this shell script. Shell script is having only 10 lines of code, but it's solving very important thing for the monitoring, correct? So are you getting like it's solving this particular thing in a production, like you will be able to get the notification in case that application is down, and such type of questions will be asking in interviews as well, how you can have the monitoring for your application. Okay, so in that you can showcase this particular example as well. Okay, so are you getting how this shell script has written, and you can set up it as a cron scheduler as well, like it will be execute on every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes. Okay, on that machine. So this is the cron related thing. We can add the scheduler. You don't need to be have that execution manually for executing that script. So that is the concept of cron tab. Okay,
Yes, yes.
clear?
Clear.
Yes.
Okay. And this is very means the monitoring script, this particular kind of monitoring script you will require in the DevOps, correct? So that use case can be anything, like your server is there, but you need to be add some certain script, like your disk space should be always less than 50% of the total usage. Your CPU should be also less than 50% of the total usage, and RAM memory should be also less than 50%, whatever the available is. Correct. And if the application is getting utilized that, you should be aware about that, correct? How much your application is consuming. Correct. That application can be your normal Tomcat application or your CI/CD application or DevOps application. So in that also you can write this type of shell script. Okay. So let's ask these questions as well. So question is clear to everyone, correct? I require monitoring script to get the resources health for my machine. Okay. Question is clear? Yes or no?
Can you repeat, Mahesh?
So my question is like I should be get the notification in case 50% of resources are consumed for my machine, and there should be 10 different machines are there. So on every machine I need to be set up monitoring script. So मेरा एक एप्लीकेशन रनिंग है ऑन ऑल 10 machines, करेक्ट? तो
Mhm.
एवरी मशीन का लोड डिफरेंट हो सकता है, करेक्ट? जितना भी उसके ऊपर ट्रैफिक आएगा इट विल बी
Correct.
हैविंग लोड, बट मुझे अलर्टिंग आना चाहिए, करेक्ट? अगर 50% से ज्यादा रिसोर्सेस यूटिलाइज हुआ तो इन दैट केस आई शुड बी गेट अलर्ट. ओके,
Yeah. Yes.
दैट
So we make a
प्लेटफॉर्म, तो
threshold
ये
there
आपको इंटरव्यू में
in
भी
the.
आएगा दिस काइंड ऑफ
Mhm.
क्वेश्चन. या यू कैन मेक द थ्रेशोल्ड.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can configure the shell script and you can configure the cron. So that is your design part, means how you can achieve this. But in case you want to use the AI, you can ask this question to the AI and they see it will solve it for 1 minute only. I want to set up shell. I want to set up monitoring script for production servers. I am having 10 different servers, and if application uses 50% of resources. Okay, that can be, when I'm talking about resources, that can be CPU, RAM, and disk space. Okay, if any of resources getting utilized with 50%, I should be able to get alert, and this script needs to be configured in cron for all 10 machines. Okay, so the real-time scenario I am asking to the AI platform, and let's see how it will be solved. Okay, so you just need to be uh, understand of the correct questions, correct? So let's have a good listener first. Means you need to be have the great analytical skills as well. Let's understand the problem statement correctly and just spend some 1 2 minutes to ask the correct questions to the AI platform, correct? And it will solve you within a minute. So what it's showcasing, you are already having set up for you. You can create the shell script. Okay, you can give the required permissions. Once that script is added, you can add required content for that. So here the bin bash related shell script syntax you have added. Here we have added some CPU related thresholds to get like all these things like usage for that particular machine. For that, you should be have the previous like basic understanding of Linux, then Linux commands and all these DevOps related thing as well, correct? So DevOps is not like very operating system or the only computer language or only one tool, correct? So that's why means in the beginning I was focusing on you should be very clear with the Linux. If you are able to confidently solve the Linux related problem, you can learn DevOps in more deeper way. You can learn DevOps at an architectural level as well. Okay. So see, like in this every line, how the Linux commands and all these things are added. So it's getting all this particular usage for the every three uh, resources, CPU, RAM, and disk space. Then it's showcasing like the threshold, like 50% threshold is there. If that threshold crosses, it will make the per certain call uh, to the Slack, correct? To get the notification like with the message, like this particular thing has crossed the limit and take the necessary action or improve these resources, correct? Okay, got it? So message will be like CPU usage is at this particular percentage. Okay, so this is like 20 line of code in the shell script, and you can just configure it by using the cron tab. Okay, it will run on every 5 minutes. You can update those configuration with your use cases too. Clear? So I have
Yes.
showcased like couple of real-time problem statement as well, and these type of things I have faced in my total experience as well. Correct. So I require some monitoring. If I am having the DevOps skill, I don't require anyone to add my monitoring related things. Correct. I can add my custom monitoring for all my tools. Okay. So your DevOps skill you can use for any purpose. So DevOps is not only like just learning one tool, two tool, or the build and deployment related tools things. DevOps is something like setting up the best practices for entire your SDLC cycle and achieving this end-to-end integration. Correct. One and this is like continuous learning, continuous new tools, new tech stacks you need to be learned. The upgrades it should be there, backup should be there, cleanup capabilities should be there, monitoring things should be there. Correct. For the monitoring also there are a couple of other tools as well like ELK or the Grafana tools are there which you can set up and explore more once you have the basic understanding of the CI/CD related tools and part. Okay. So I have created a couple of video tutorials on the ELK or the Grafana as well. So I will share that. But today's main part is something how we can use the AI with more efficiently. So ChatGPT is not only one tool, but ChatGPT is very popular. And in last 6 months, the company's requirement are everyone should use the ChatGPT, correct? But there are some disadvantage as well. Like you should not the copy paste the organizational code for the ChatGPT, or you should not copy any credentials in that. So security is one of the challenges, correct? Because you will be compromise your setup. So some of the banking domains are not allowing to use the ChatGPT or any AI tools. So some of the companies are allowing it because it's uh, giving the opportunity or solving your use cases very fast. Correct? You don't need to be rely on someone, or the time improvement is there, efficiency improvement is there. Correct. So in case you want to solve certain problem statement, if the ChatGPT is not there, it will take 1 week or 2 weeks. But if the ChatGPT is there or the AI tools are there, it will solve in a 5 or 10 minutes. Correct. So that type of efficiency is there, and the some of the companies are having challenges like if the chat gpt or AI tools are they are making they don't require the manual efforts, correct? They are means cutting down the manual energy or the employees count as well. But the this is like means the new technology we need to be as expanding this particular new technology we need to be have idea about this. And if you are aware about AI related tools how to use that, let's start implementing your work as well, correct? So I have just showcased one chat GPT related use case. There are another use cases as well where you can integrate the AI platform with your tools as well, correct? Means developers can use that on the code level, means on the IDE also they can integrate it and They can optimize their code base in day-to-day activities. On the GitHub also for doing the code review. So in case one line of change is there, two line of code change is there, or 10 lines of code change is there, we can do the code review very fast. But in case like it's having thousands file change in the pull request, correct, for the code reviewers, then manual code review is very tedious task and they cannot do the code review for everything. So AI will help in that particular use case and it will automatically do the code review, provide the comments, it's that PR is correct or not, that particular things are correct or not. So not only the normal development flow under the DevOps also we need to be add multiple code base for the scripts, then automation, monitoring related things, AWS or cloud related commands or the shell scripting. So for the Groovy scripting which we learn in the Jenkins, so you can use that very effectively. You just need to be have idea like this is the AI use case. This is how I can integrate the Gen AI in my solving my particular problems. And ChatGPT is something very popular, correct? That can be used by students as well, or the college or the school student as well for learning stuff. So ChatGPT, then another tools are also there. The GitHub Copilot is also there, which is AI platform, which is integrated for the GitHub. That video tutorial I can share to you in case anyone want to explore this AI platform. B2 tool is also there. Couple of means thousand plus AI related tools are there, but at least let's go with the Chat GPT. Understand the use cases or solve that the it for the DevOps AT use case as you are learning the DevOps. But at least we should have the idea about these particular tools. Okay. So let's learn this. So Groovy scripting and all, any computer language, any commands you can learn there. So in case I want to get all available jobs from the Jenkins and I require Groovy script for that. Right? So it will showcase the Groovy scripting related thing. So this we already learned. We should have the Jenkins UI and we can go on the script console. Once that is done, we can add this particular code base, correct? Just copy paste. You don't need to be have the idea about the coding and all. You just need to be have the idea about how to execute it and from where you need to be copy code. Okay. So once that is done, you can just execute it. So this we have learned, correct? When we was learning the Jenkins. Clear?
Yes, Mesh.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes or no? Okay. Yeah. So this Jenkins Groovy scripting, correct? So here the Jenkins console is there. Where we can execute the Jenkins scripts. I need to log in. Yeah, the Jenkins script is there, and I'm just copy pasting this thing, correct? Okay. Are you able to see all jobs? Okay, let me reshare again. Okay. Are you able to see all jobs? I will run this particular code base. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Hello.
Yes, 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 Mesh.
Yeah. So this is a means the creating by code the CSV DevOps. You do not any okay. So any questions, queries, guys, for the conversation on the how to use the AI. I hope you guys are on now on the how to solve the DevOps.